Are you tired of 8 to 10 hours job with no growth? Or maybe gusto mo ng extra income habang nasa bahay ka lang? What if I tell you you can work for companies in the US, UK, or even Australia without a college degree? Yup, it's possible as a virtual assistant. And today, I will show you how. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you've watched my first video, you know what this series is all about. But if you are new here, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so I can guide you step by step in your virtual assistant journey. In today's video, we will cover which countries hire virtual assistants the most, why time zone matters, and the reality check you need before starting. This is totally no sugarcoating, it's just the real deal. Alright, so let's get straight to it. The very first question: which countries hire virtual assistants the most? Based on real demand and trends, most clients usually come from United States. This is the biggest market for virtual assistants. Why? Kasi maraming small businesses, entrepreneurs, coaches, real estate agents, e-commerce store owners, and they all need help. They want someone to manage their emails, calls, social media, at minsan pati ang personal tasks nila. Just to share you my story, I was actually hired through onlinejobs.ph or OJ, and my boss was from the US. Oh, by the way, I was not even based in the Philippines that time. I was in the Middle East, but I still got hired. Meaning, even if you are outside the Philippines, you can still land a VA job. And to be honest, most of the gigs I had were from the US. Next, United Kingdom and Europe. In these countries, most of the hiring is in medical fields, clinics, social media management, and IT jobs. And of course, we all know this. There are so many Filipinos in these countries. I mean, let's be real. In almost every country, you will meet a Filipino, diba? And that actually helps kasi clients are already familiar with how hardworking Filipinos are. Next is Australia and New Zealand. Malapit ang time zone sa Asia, so a lot of Filipino VAs work for Aussie clients. The most common roles here are in customer support. However, some of them require a good level of English because they have a different accent. Example, instead of saying computer, like American pronounce it, Australians sometimes say it more like computer. So, you have to be familiar with their English accents, their English styles to communicate better. Next is Canada, Singapore, UAE, and South Korea. These markets are smaller but still growing. They usually hire virtual assistants for customer support roles, especially in skincare clinics and real estate jobs. For example, in Dubai or Singapore, a lot of real estate companies want VAs to handle inquiries, follow-ups, or even manage property listings. While in South Korea, skincare and beauty clinics are huge. So many of them hire virtual assistants for scheduling appointments and handling customers online. Now, here's the reality check. Most of the clients are not in the Philippines. That means if you want to work with them, you'll have to adjust to their time zones. For example, if your client is from the US and you are in the Philippines, madalas, opposite ang time. When it's daytime for them, gabi dito. So yes, it could mean night shift work. Some clients are okay with flexible schedules. Pero karamihan gusto nila real-time communication. And here's why time zone matters. First, if there's meetings and updates. If your client want to have a Zoom call at 10 a.m., that could be 10 p.m. or even 1 a.m. sa atin. So, if you can't adjust, mahihirapan ka. Second, of course, is real-time support. Imagine you're handling customer service for an e-commerce shop. If their customers are awake and messaging, but you're asleep, you will miss the messages, the orders, or even complaints. Clients feel more secure knowing their virtual assistant is online when they are online. So, yes, it requires sacrifice and discipline. Pero ito ang trade-off of working from home and earning dollars. I'm not even trying to scare you. This is just the reality of being a VA or a virtual assistant. It's not just about having a laptop and Wi-Fi. You need a good communication skills, being knowledgeable, and a problem solver. And when I say that, I am talking about speaking clearly, not I don't understand. Understanding instructions quickly. Writing professional emails without wrong grammar or wrong spelling. And also, knowing how to find solutions on your own when problems arise instead of always asking the client all over and over again of what you need to do. Clients don't just hire you to do tasks. They hire you because you make their life easier. And kung lagi silang nauubusan ng pasensya, explaining things, and it's hard for you to catch up, you're not really helping them. Lastly, you need to be tech savvy. Hindi pwedeng hindi ka marunong mag-Google or mag-explore ng new tools. For example, if they ask you to use a new CRM like HubSpot or project tool like Asana, kaya mo ba matutunan on your own? If Zoom or email suddenly has issues, do you know how to troubleshoot basic problems? Remember this, clients don't want to babysit their virtual assistant. They want someone reliable, independent, and resourceful. All right, after talking about the reality and challenges, let's balance it with the good stuff. The pros of being a virtual assistant. I think one of the biggest benefits is that you can work from the comfort of your own home. Imagine this. You don't have to commute, no traffic, no rushing to catch a public transportation. You just gotta wake up, make your coffee, and sit at your desk, and you're good to go. And the best part, you have, of course, more time for your family. Especially kung stay-at-home mom ka. For example, you can still earn an income while watching over your kids. Or kung may aging parents ka sa bahay, you can be there for them while working. This flexibility gives you freedom that most traditional office jobs simply do not offer. So before I shifted to a virtual assistant work, I used to be in hospitality. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this to my previous videos. Some days I'd be gone 12 to 14 hours. I barely had time to rest or let alone to see my family. Now, as a VA, I control my schedule better and I can actually spend quality time with my loved one. Not all VA jobs require strict 9 to 5 hours. It's also depending on your client. You may have flexible hours as long as tasks are completed on time. For example, if you are a social media VA, you can schedule posts during your most productive hours. Even if it's not the client's exact business hours, as long as the deadlines are met. This flexibility allows you to balance personal life and work, which is a very huge plus. And as a VA, you're not limited to working with local companies. Most of your clients could be from the US, UK, Australia, or Canada. And that means you can earn in dollars. I personally had most of my gigs from the US, even when I was based in the Middle East. That's the beauty of VA work. It actually does not matter where you are. If you have the skills, you can get hired. Another great thing is that VA work is not always full-time. Some clients will just give you a project-based job. For example, creating a presentation, setting up their email system, or designing social media graphics. But here's the catch. Most of this will require a portfolio. That means you need to show proof of your skills. Kahit simple lang, like sample Canva designs, a mock email campaign, or a spreadsheet you made. Having a portfolio makes clients more confident to hire you, even if you're just starting out. Every client gives you a chance to learn something new. And I've experienced that. I lived that. For example, I started with emails, calls, and follow-up, but later learned tools like Trello, HubSpot, Canva, and social media scheduling platforms. Being a virtual assistant pushes you to adapt and improve constantly, which is great if you want to grow your career without going back to formal school. And compared to many local jobs in the Philippines, virtual work often pays better. Especially if your client is from the US or Europe. Even as a part-time VA, you could earn $5 to $10 per hour, which can already be higher than entry-level jobs locally. If you go full-time or specialize in high-demand skills like bookkeeping, social media management, or technical support, your income can increase significantly. Alright, now let's talk about the flip side, the cons of being a virtual assistant. Don't worry, I am not saying this to scare you, but it's better to know the truth so you can prepare. One of the biggest challenges is working with clients from other countries. Remember how we talked about US, UK, or Australia clients? That means sometimes you'll have to work night shifts or adjust your schedule. So you are online when your clients and their customers are online. My client was based in Washington Pacific time, and at that time I was in the Middle East. Their 9 a.m. was actually 6 p.m. for me. I had to stay up until 2 a.m. to finish tasks. I technically had a 30 to 45 minutes break. But I'm gonna give you a tip. I made a deal with my boss. I would not take the break. I'd work straight for 7 hours and exit exactly at my break time. I actually call it break and out. It was tough at first, to be honest, but this kind of arrangement helped me stay disciplined while still honoring my personal time. The key takeaway: you can manage time zone challenges, but it requires planning, communication with your client, and of course, self discipline. As a VA, you are the first point of contact for a client or their customers. They expect prompt responses and clear communication. Some clients expect you to learn everything quickly. They want you to be knowledgeable about their products within a week. But you and I both know if you're new to especially areas like skincare treatments, you can't learn everything as soon as possible. It takes time, practice, and experience. Clients hire VAs to make their life easier, not to add more work for themselves. If you're constantly asking questions without trying to solve problems, that defeats the purpose. Because, you can't really sorry I didn't understand or ignore a message. If something goes wrong, clients want solution fast. If you have a full-time VA role, that's good because it gives you stability. However, you have to remember this. Clients can terminate or lay you off if they are not satisfied. And you cannot argue with that. As my husband always says, always do your job as if it's your last. Because you never know. And lastly, as a VA or freelancer, there are no benefits included. You will only get what you and the client agreed, and some clients may even charge for taxes, depending on their policy. It can be stressful at first, but once you develop your communication skills, become knowledgeable, learn to solve problems independently, it becomes much easier to manage and even thrive in this role. The income is not always consistent. Some weeks, you might have multiple clients or projects. Other weeks, it can be quiet. This is normal actually in freelancing. So you need to plan your finances and save to cover slow period. Also, working from home is amazing. Pero minsan, you feel isolated. No office buddies, no casual chit-chat, no team lunch. You know what I'm saying, right? For some people, this can be mentally challenging. But there are people that they're so fine being alone at all. It's mentally draining at times kasi working alone is way different as being in an office where you have coworkers around for support, collaboration, or even just casual conversations. And to cope, you need to find ways to stay connected, like joining virtual assistant communities online, participating in Zoom check-ins with your clients, or having virtual meetups with other freelancers. As a VA, you are responsible for the tasks you handle. Clients rely on you to complete work accurately and on time. If you make mistakes, it's on you to fix them. You cannot just blame someone else. This level of responsibility can be intimidating at first, but it also builds trust and professionalism, which is what makes you a sought after VA. And I will be very honest to you because not all clients will train you step by step. You need to adapt quickly and know your way around online tools. Some clients use CRMs, project management platforms, or social media scheduling apps. If you do not know how to use them, you will either need to learn on the spot or risk disappointing the client. This is why being tech savvy, knowledgeable, and a problem solver is so important. Client value VAs who can troubleshoot small issues on their own. This is a reality check. Rewarding. Being a VA is rewarding, flexible, and can pay well. But it's not a get rich quick or completely stress free job. You need discipline, good communication, tech skills, and problem solving abilities. But the good news is, once you develop these skills, you can thrive and even grow your VA career into specialized services, long term clients, and of course, higher income opportunities. All right. Now that we've talked about reality pros and cons, let's move on to the skills and AI tools you need to learn to be an effective virtual assistant. I will explain it simple so even beginners can understand. So, what is AI? AI is like a smart helper robot. It's actually artificial intelligence. It can write emails, make call scripts, create reports, or even organize your tasks. Some AI tools are free. Start with free tools and upgrade if needed. Clients want VAs who can finish tasks faster and make fewer mistakes. AI is your shortcut to be more productive. Here's a note. AI can help organize reminders or draft but you cannot rely it 100%. Conversation with customers must be genuine, not AI generated. Clients notice authenticity and that build trust. So, instead of typing every email from scratch, AI can draft professional emails. But then I personalize them for each client. This saves time and reduces mistakes. Tool. Think of project management tools as a big coloring board. Each color is a task, done, in progress, or pending. The common tools are like Trello. It's a visual board to see what's done, pending, or in progress. While Asana, it helps track tasks, deadlines, and collaborate with clients or teams. For Pipedrive, mainly for sales teams. Track leads, customer interactions, and of course, follow-ups. A CRM is like a digital notebook with all client customer info, history, and notes. It helps you to stay organized, track progress, and improve communication. The popular CRM tools are HubSpot, free and paid versions, track emails, customer interactions, and sales pipelines. It's very great for beginners. There is also Zoho CRM, affordable and customizable. You can track leads, tasks, and automate reminders. There is Salesforce. It's powerful and industry standard. Manage big client accounts with detailed reporting. Monday.com. Visual workflow system works as both CRM and project track. It's excellent for team collaboration. Fresh Sales or Fresh Work CRM, its simple interface, track leads, and communication. It's perfect for small businesses. So, why should I learn CRMs now? Clients expect virtual assistant to stay organized, follow up promptly, and track progress efficiently. Knowing CRMs makes you more professional and in demand. Plus, some businesses use tools like OpenPhone to give you a business number for calls. You don't use your personal phone. The clients set it up. You may also handle VoIP or Zoom calls. Clients want VAs who can handle calls confidently without constant guidance. Speaking, so practice clear speaking, taking notes, and summarizing calls. Even AI can't replace your voice. Most businesses use Gmail or Outlook. Some have their own domain email. VAs may send, organize, and follow up emails. Businesses expect emails to be professional and accurate. Knowing how to draft templates, schedule, or track responses gives you a big advantage. So combine email skills with AI tools. It saves time and it looks polished. No, you don't need to know everything today, but start small, 1 to 2 tools at a time. The more tech-savvy, AI-friendly, and organized you are, the more clients will trust you and pay higher rates. So learning these skills now is like learning to ride a bike before school. Once you know it, everything becomes easier and faster. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video gave you a realistic view of being a virtual assistant. The good, the bad, and the truth. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video with anyone who's also interested in starting a VA career. Also, feel free to comment below your thoughts or questions. I'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned because in my next video, we will discuss common virtual assistant interview questions and how you can prepare your answers confidently. This is Dee, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!